Hey everybody, Daniele Hargenrader here, founder of True You Fitness and Diabetes Dominator, here today to bring you a video about one of my favorite topics of all time, which is motivation. Motivation is one of those things that I get talked to about all the time. How do you get and stay motivated to do whatever it is that you're trying to do, whether you're starting a new fitness program or you're even in the middle of a fitness program and you're losing your motivation, or you want to create a new healthy lifestyle and you know all the steps that you need to take, but you start and then you lose your motivation. And so we really just want to talk a lot today about motivation. And I recently was at a seminar from one of my mentors, Brendan Burchard, and he gave a really great explanation about how motivation gets started and also how we sustain it. So I'm really going to go a little bit today into how we sustain motivation. So there are two things involved with motivation that allow you to sustain it once you have it. Because getting motivated, often, we get ambition, or we have something, expectancy, that we want something, we want to achieve something, we want to gain something, we want to give something, make a goal into a reality. So we get that spark of motivation, that spark of ambition to do more, to be more, to become more. And that often comes to us as a surprise, or we build it up ourselves. But where I find that most people have the most trouble is sustaining the motivation once you've started it. So the two things that really get you to sustain your motivation are attention and effort. Now, what do I mean by that? When I say attention, I mean when you are trying to stay motivated to reach a goal, whether it's reaching a goal weight, gaining muscle, running faster, staying consistent with your eating plan, or like I like to call it, your healthy eating lifestyle, whatever that is that you're trying to sustain the motivation for, you have to pay close attention and continually address the things that are stealing your attention, the things in your life that are distracting. And Brendan Burchard actually used a really great piece of information. I guess it was a statistic, and it really hit home for me, and I know it did for a lot of the other people in the audience as well, that the average American watches 4 hours of television per day. And over a lifetime of about 65 to 70 years, that adds up to 13 years of watching TV of your life. That literally means 13 years that you've spent away from your kids, your spouse, your family, your friends. An average loss of income equals out to about $800,000. And really what that is just you're sitting there wasting your motivation. So whatever it is that is your distraction, now it might not be television, it might be surfing the web, spending time on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or YouTube, or gaming. Online gaming is huge. I mean, doing things like playing these online games. The time that we spend doing that, those are the things that the attention that would be going towards our motivation is being sucked away from. So really continually paying attention to the distractions that are taking you away from what you are trying to achieve is a key in sustaining motivation. You have to actively, and I mean have notebooks and charts and whiteboards around your home and things where you have daily reminders on your cell phone going off, making sure that you're on task. It's like training anything else. You have to practice. You have to put things into practice. Take specific actions to make sure that you are sustaining your motivation. And the other part, other than attention, is effort. Now, I know that kind of sounds silly, like, oh, well, effort, what do you mean effort's going to sustain my motivation? Well, it's kind of like a loop, like a figure eight, going round and round. The more effort you put towards your goal, the more momentum you gain. The more momentum you gain, the more your desire to reach that goal is, because when we have momentum, we're going and we're going. So it's kind of funny that it sounds like, well, you're putting this off because I don't feel like doing it. But then once you start doing it and you gain the momentum, or you see the results, even if it's a little bit of results here and a little bit of results there, that momentum, that effort that you're putting in to sustain the motivation is kind of like a self-propelled machine. You put the effort in, the momentum builds, the motivation is sustained, and it goes round and round and round. So the two things that we really need to pay the most close attention to when we're trying to sustain our motivation to do anything, to reach any goal, health related or otherwise, is to pay close attention to our distractions, address them on a regular basis, and make sure that we are 100% sure that the time that we are spending is time well spent, that the value that we're getting out of the time that we're spending is good for us and also good for our goal and our mission. And the other one is effort. Make sure that you're doing what you want to do to reach, or what you need to do, I should say, to reach your goals, right? Because we all aspire to be better, to do more, to contribute more to the world. We all know that we're here for a reason. And a lot of us are stuck in, whether it's a career or a body or a situation in our lives where we don't feel that it's our true selves, that the true you is living that life. So the kind of determination, and actually, you know, these memes are all over the internet, the difference between successful people and non-successful people is that successful people do the things that they know they need to do even when they don't feel like doing them, and that's where the effort comes in. So you put forth that effort, and I guarantee that you will find that when you put forth that effort, get that momentum, and keep that kind of loop going back and forth, effort, momentum, motivation, effort, momentum, motivation, that you will find that that's the true story, that you need to put forth the effort. Even at first you won't feel like it, but eventually the feeling, like that feeling, will go away because you will have that momentum. Keep yourself going. So pay attention to your distractions, keep putting forth that effort, and here's the deal. I say this to myself all the time. Whatever the goal that I have in mindset is, this is going to be hard, and it is going to make me a better person. Just saying those words together to yourself, really say them to yourself. This is going to be hard, but this is going to make me a better person. Actually, not even but, and this is going to make me a better person. Those words right there, for me personally, hold a lot of meaning. So use those words for yourself, motivate yourself, pay attention, put forth effort, and remember, as I always say, and I always will, you are stronger than you think you are. I will see you all on the next video.